What's going on? What's going on? It's Tony Jack. I'm here with Doc. We'll be right back with y'all in a few ticks. It's good to be back. It's the draft.
New in the game, I'm standing out in the crowd. Also hard, gotta stack that can't stop my vibe. Got the beats banging, speakers bumping loud. I'm the king of the game, I'm standing out in the crowd. I'm so hard, gotta stack that cash. Yellow tape wrapped around, I'm making a splash. My flow so hot, it's burning up the scene. When I step into the room, you know what I mean. Yellow tape, yellow tape, yellow tape, yellow tape. We on fire, we the ones in charge. Ain't none time. Turn it up, let the beat drop low. Yellow tape everywhere, it's our time to show.
Practice. I can show you practice. I can show you how to put $1 million in a mattress. I can show the difference between an icon and a classic. Baby in the major should be rolling in a basket. I'm advanced, and it's a lot of dance. From anywhere, my jewelry jump like Ja Morant. And Kif Tower shorts got me tanning with the babes. You would be a surfer if you ever had this wave. I just switch up my cabana, they throw shade. Matter top 5 and top wives, no I'm the fade. And throw them out the loop, I be mute, playing cute, nothing to say to you. Cause when I'm back home, I'm like Kyrie, I won't play with you. This is magic with the fur. Tim Duncan on the spur. Tanya Harton on the skate. This that Kobe number 8. This the kick over the head in the hand of Sue Bird. This boy's superb. All I got is 2 words.
Uncle Jackie. What's good? What's good? It's draft time. It's draft time. We're gonna be talking about the draft. We're gonna be talking about my boy. Hey, what's up, Lena? We're gonna be talking about Shannon Sharpe and his trials and tribulations. We out here. Now, as far as the draft go, Abdul Carter is actually the best guy rated on the board, and he's slated to go to the Titans. What you think about that?
Abdul Carter going to the Titans?
No, yeah, supposedly, in a perfect world for them.
I mean,
he's the best player in the draft,
he's the best player in the draft, but they're not going according to best player in the draft. They're going by according to best player in the draft.
I mean, according to ESPN, that the mock, he would be going to Tennessee. That's according to ESPN. That's not according to me or anything like that.
No, I'm saying that's the latest mock. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, that's the one I saw a few minutes ago. You got him going there.
Yeah.
Oh, you in Fairburn, bro? See, Hef be playing, my man. Hef out here in Fairburn. I mean, it ain't far from me. It ain't close neither, but it ain't far. Like, you just passed the west side, bro. Shout out to Hef.
What up, Hef?
But
yeah. So, according to the best person in the draft, it is Carter. According to overall ratings and things of that nature. But I still see the Titans going for Cam Ward, because I think if the Titans don't go for Cam Ward, that's going to throw the whole draft out of sync.
You think they're going quarterback? Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't put it past them. But what do you think? If you think if Titans do quarterback, what do the Browns do?
Well, okay, you said if Titans go quarterback, what do the Browns do? They're gonna go with Hunter.
You think they're gonna take Travis Hunter and they're gonna
I could see them picking Hunter, but I also wouldn't be surprised if they went to go get Carter. But I see Hunter being defense, which they need, which they really don't need, but that you can't pass off that talent coming from that cornerback position, and you also have him as a two-way player, wide receiver. Hey, Lena, go.
Yeah,
how with mommy? Yeah, take
it.
And then if you want to go, we're playing going down to who the Giants pick after that. The Giants will then go with Carter if Hunter's off the board and if Ward is off the board. But if either one is on the board, either Ward and Hunter, the Giants are snatching one of them. And I see Ward. I see Hunter more so than Ward. Ward first. I mean Hunter first, and then Ward second.
I've come around to when I started watching and really paying attention. I think I want Shador. I think I want Shador.
But no matter if we get Shador or not, which I don't think we're going to get him. But if he falls into our lap, I wouldn't mind him either. He's a good quarterback as well. You know what I mean? And he's I think his IQ for our NFL is great too.
Man, when you look back at his tape, I'm in Decatur, Hef. I'm in Decatur. That's the east side. But as far as Shador, and shout out to my man Lay if he watching. Salute, Brose, from the town. Shador, the dude was had a line worse than the Giants had a couple years ago. Up. He had a worse line than the Giants. Dude got sacked 50 times in a 12-game season. That's college, like 12, 13 games. Well, 11, 12 games. If you're lucky, I think you get to 13. Man got sacked more than 50 times. Man was 72% accurate. His accuracy is off the chain. His accuracy is like, I think that's what I think the Giants, if we're gonna do something like that, because a person's attitude and bravado doesn't, as long as they have the talent to back it up, I don't care what kind of guy. Look at who his father is. Look who his father is. His father's Deion Sanders, like one of the biggest trash talkers there ever was, and he bet on himself. So I ain't mad at Shador for that. And I wouldn't mind the Giants taking him. But I definitely wouldn't do that.
I heard that Shador interview with the Giants didn't go as well as expected. But that could be hearsay. It is hearsay. But it's crazy though, because at the end of the day, we had this conversation before on one of your shows, that the Giants had never drafted a black quarterback. Yes, we just signed two of them, and we had Tyrod Taylor a couple of years back, but that still doesn't put into the fact that we never drafted a black quarterback, even though some was on the board and talented, and we should have took him. You know what I mean? But I don't see them drafting. I don't see Sanders being their first quarterback. I see Jason Dart being the quarterback of choice.
And with the Dart thing, I mean, I'm not saying it's bad, but I'm only going Dart or Jalen Milroe, excuse me, if both quarterbacks are off the board.
Yeah.
And then I might take a shot at Travis Hunter. But I don't really want Travis Hunter because it's not a talent thing. It's a size thing. We already have 6'1". How tall is Malik Neighbors? He's not 6'3", 6'4". So, I mean, but we would need a big receiver.
I mean, he's not going to be the number 2 receiver. I mean, I wouldn't slot him in as the number 2 receiver, because the number 2 receiver have to he be in more plays, and you don't want him to take away from his defense, even though he can play both sides of the ball. I hear what you're saying, though, and you're making a good point, as well as our size of wide receiver. But he will play slot. But again, we have too many wide receivers at a height disadvantage, and which is that could have more ratings or have more talent coming from the slot position, which Wendell Robinson as well as Hyatt. You know what I mean? Wendell, yeah, and Hyatt.
Hyatt got a raw deal. Wandale Robinson has been used wrong for most of his career.
I think Wilson would is going to give Hyatt some stats this year.
I think Wilson's going to make everybody better. He's going to make everybody better.
It's just going to make like he gonna make the passing game better, much better. You know what I mean? Because look what we had at the last previous 4 or 5 years. You know what I mean? But I just think that it comes down to the play calling now, and like I've been having problems with that, for the last 2 or 3 years, and not even so much last year, but years prior, I had play calling which is horrible coming from the Giants and the offensive coordinator.
I don't think we got to worry about play calling as much now because we actually got somebody who can stand like Tyrod Taylor did when he was here with us. I swear Tyrod Taylor got a raw deal. But with these two quarterbacks we got air it out. What's his name?
Winston.
The second number 2, Jameis Winston. We got him. He loves to just air it out. He takes risks. He does have a gun. And you got Russell Wilson, the consummate professional. The dude's going to give us 3,700 yards at least passing. He can possibly give us $4,000.
But now you question yourself as a third pick. Is Sanders Dart is not worthy of the third pick. You know what I mean? Now you got to question yourself. Is Sanders worthy of the third pick? You know what I mean? That's what's being thrown around inside the GM room and the war room. You know what I mean? Granted,
if Sanders not worth a third pick, what are you basically doing next year? Now you have to make sure that what. You got to make sure he can go around again to you if you're going to sit there and go off of that. And he's not coming back around the mountain. He's not going to be in the second round. There's no way. And if Shedeur Sanders ends up in the second round,
Sanders going to go second round. He's going to go to the Browns second round. Browns got to pick before us in the second round. If he's still on the board in the second round, the Browns is picking him. Browns is not letting him go past
twice.
But I do see him. I do see him, and he got $100. I do see him not getting drafted in the first round. I do see Jason Dart being the second quarterback taken off the and only way I would be surprised, and Patriots are not doing it. Saints, I think they want Jason Dart more so than Sanders. But I don't know, bro.
I would take Sanders just for the fact the man is a pocket passer for sure. He's another C.J. Stroud. That's why I said, remember, I was totally against him and Cam Ward. I was against both of them. But I'm leaning more toward Shedeur Sanders. When you complete at a 72% clip, you stand in the face of danger. You actually hold the ball too much because you want to throw it. Not because you don't know where to throw it, but you want to throw it. So you hold the ball too much. Pause. But
what the experts is going to say about that, you know what I mean, is the competition wise, you know, and who did you face in that time? And I'm saying that, I'm not taking nothing from Sanders. I believe Sanders is going to be a good quarterback inside the NFL. You know what I mean? Because he faced adversity from get-go. He played in Jackson State. He upgraded himself. But Pittsburgh's going to take a quarterback too, and I don't see. I see Pittsburgh. I can see Pittsburgh taking him, but I also see Pittsburgh taking Jason Dart as well.
Pittsburgh I don't think they'll take Shedeur. I don't think he would fit the Pittsburgh way.
I think so. You know what? And it was crazy. I heard the Pittsburgh may pick up on the Monroe guy, but everybody been saying that Shedeur don't fit the Pittsburgh way. But if you an accurate quarterback and now you got two deep threat wide receivers, at DK Metcalf as well as Pickens, then he know how to throw the ball. You know what I mean?
DK Metcalf. I'm sorry. Excuse me pardon the interruption. I forgot they had DK Metcalf. He makes your learning curve a lot better. See, that's what I'm saying. We need, bro. We need a big receiver, a big target. And halfway, nobody talking to you, man. I'm mad at you right now, man. Give me like 10, 15 seconds and I'll stop being mad at you. All right, I'm over it, bro.
Nina and mommy want you.
Hello, Lena. Catalina. Hello. But he definitely could, because Pittsburgh is somewhere for a young quarterback to go
Can you
and
ask
grow.
that for us? I
But will
still
he want
watch
to
it.
continue to do the Mike Tomlin thing? The 3,500 yards and heavy
No.
running. Pittsburgh is still heavy running. They still have tradition with them. And does he
And
want to stay with that Pittsburgh tradition? But I mean,
yeah,
that would be intriguing. That would be intriguing. I mean, he would be the best one for that job
oh
over there,
shit.
over Dart.
Yeah. What's the name picked up Cam Ward? I tell you, Titans picked up Cam Ward. Pick one just in.
The
Cam
first
Ward
pick
is
of the
announced
draft.
for the Titans.
The draft.
Huh?
Cam Ward.
What you said?
All right. I was saying repeating first pick of the draft. Wow, that's what the fuck they think to show me.
But like I said, nobody, even though Carter was and I mean, it was a couple quarterbacks that the Titans could have chosen from the free agency, and I mean, such as Winston, put him back there and then draft Carter. You know what I mean?
Yeah, uh, mm, I mean Tennessee they probably sell out more seats, but I don't know if picking up Cam Ward actually makes them
Jaguars got
better.
the second pick. Jaguars trade alert, trade alert. Jaguars got the second pick. They traded up. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Oh my
Jaguars.
god. Yo. And the Jaguars was thinking about picking. Oh, that's crazy, bro.
They might go after running back. I mean
They,
wide
they
receiver cornerback Travis Hunter.
well, yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, I think they'll go after Travis Hunter. Give this guy another weapon and another shot at redemption because he hasn't really lived up to. He's been more Blake Bortles than anything. What's Blondie's name? I forget Blondie's name, but he just hurt his knee, just destroyed his knee. But the quarterback for
Lawrence, come on,
yeah,
Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence. Yeah, they get Trevor Lawrence another weapon unless they take Abdul Carter themselves to revamp that defense. Because they can definitely use Abdul Carter as well. Yeah, because I think well, Trev just got that money. But for some reason, I feel like it should be a make or break year for Trevor Lawrence because Trevor Lawrence hasn't panned out at all. Like
I
he
mean,
showed flashes, and then he regressed.
I don't know what's going on because I've been watching Jacksonville and they was a big disappointment last year, and I don't know if that was coaching. I don't know if the coach felt that he wasn't secure in his spot. At times where you got people that not secure in their jobs, they push buttons and they tend to do things that they don't normally do. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I could see Trevor Lawrence having a bounce back year because if you was a solid quarterback and you were supposed to be the next big thing, I don't see you falling off. And I just think it could be a coaching thing, or maybe he was playing hurt. You know what I mean, too hurt.
I give that excuse to Kirk Cousins, Falcons quarterback. He rushed back and he wasn't ready. But on the clock, like he said, the trade, Cleveland traded down to 5 and gave Jacksonville the second pick.
But what do they
Cam
got?
Ward is
5 and
already off
what?
the board. Say what?
What did they give up? 5, pick 5 and what?
Let me see. Wow, this did not go the way I thought it would. Okay, say live.
Oh,
Browns
they
are
picked
trading their number 2 overall pick, a 4th round pick, and a 6th round pick to the Jaguars.
Oh
Jaguars
wow, Giants. But you know what, too? I wouldn't even be mad if we traded it back.
You think the Giants going to trade back too?
No. I'm just saying, if the play that we really wanted is not on the board, and there's an opportunity to trade back and pick up several draft picks and maybe another first round next year. I mean, I wouldn't be too. I wouldn't be too mad at that.
In basketball news, the Knicks are leading by 7, 56-49 over Detroit.
There we go. Let's go Knicks.
Series tied 1-1. On the clock. Say it again.
Say it, Jack.
Yo, to Afghanistan in the building. If that's what you wanted me to say.
No, you know what I wanted you to say. Let's go Knicks, bro. Stop playing with me, Bulls fan.
Oh, man. I ain't rooting for Detroit. Y'all could beat them. But, yeah, you said it. HW was good, bro.
They picked up Hunter.
Let's go.
I think they picked up Hunter.
It didn't show me anything yet. Let me see.
What the fuck?
No, it still has them on the clock. Cam Ward is off the clock, ladies and gentlemen. Hit that like, sub, and share button. It's the NFL draft. Cam Ward went number 1 to the Tennessee Titans. And the Browns traded a bunch of picks with the Jaguars, and they dropped down to the 5th pick. Oh boy.
I could see the Browns picking up a running back.
Well, don't they still have Chubb?
Yeah, but Chubb's coming off an injury.
A serious one too.
And Chubb always getting injured. Sorry to say.
Yeah, he does. As dope as I hoped he would be, he does get injured a lot.
Yeah, but, Travis Hunter went to Jaguars.
Travis Hunter, the standout wide receiver cornerback, is with the Jaguar. He's gonna have deep. Well, no, they got an excellent corner over there already. Now this is what we've been waiting for. Eli, what's good, Brose? What it do? Welcome. Like, sub, and share. Cam Ward goes to the Tennessee Titans, and Travis Hunter goes to the Jacksonville Jaguars. After the 3rd pick, I'm basically probably getting on with the show. Maybe the top 5 picks. And then, we could just keep everybody updated. But yeah, welcome if you're tuning in. My name is Tony Jack, the Black Republican. We bringing you sports, we bringing you politics, we bringing you comedy, everything.
I also think Travis Hunter wasn't capable of handling the New York media, so I'm kind of glad that we didn't,
I don't think he can handle the New York media neither. You'd have to keep him coddled. Yeah, and so I don't believe in coddling men.
I'm kind of glad that we didn't have the, it wasn't, we didn't have to fight that, that thing to get him. You know what I mean? Or have to go do.
Because I ain't with the bullshit. Like, you ain't built for it. I get it. We do need to get somebody else. But it would have been like, I didn't really want Travis Hunter. I'm gonna keep it 100. I would have accepted him with open arms, but I want a 6'5" receiver.
Knicks up 14 points.
I need a Nico Collins. Yeah, we don't need to hear no bad news, bro. We talking about the Giants. We already got enough bad news.
They picked up Jason Dart, bro.
You lying?
I know.
Because that was too fast.
Only reason why I said I'm lying because the audience is watching. I want the audience to be like, "Oh my God, what happened?" No.
But it's not a lot of Giants fans. I don't think HWF is a Giants fan. Hef definitely not a Giants fan. Eli's a Falcons fan.
Hef like the Giants. If you like Pittsburgh football, he like the Giants. He like LT. He like Carl Banks. He like the Giants.
We don't do nothing like that no more. At least
So
they
he
still
like
play
that.
the same
He like
game.
that.
They
He
still
like
have the
that.
same philosophy. We
Chill.
changed
I'm trying to
philosophies.
get a fan. Trying to get a fan because you're not a fan of the Giants, bro. You wasn't a fan last year. You wasn't a fan the year before that. Just like I gotta watch you and your fandom, bro. Gotta
Go
watch your fandom,
Texans.
bro. I
Go
know.
Texans.
You need to keep over there, bro. Keep in Texas. See who they
I gotta give
draft.
me a Texans hat. CJ
I ain't mad
Stroud
at you
jersey.
either.
Give me a CJ Stroud jersey. Get him to sign it. I'm gonna go back to Ohio State one day.
I don't still see how people talking about how do you win without a quarterback. We got two quarterbacks inside the room, man. Even with a rookie quarterback, you think a rookie quarterback going to take us to the championship? Like, come on, he's not Jaden Daniels. Even Jaden Daniels fell short. You know what I mean? So to be for real.
Now, see, for me, I say we take Shador for the fact that, well, Travis and Cam are gone. Take Shador, let him learn from Russell, and then let him battle Jameis Winston. Probably let Winston start the season, play the first
That's
4
not bad.
games.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
What?
That's not a bad. That's not a bad decision. But I also don't see, anybody looking at Sanders at that high. So if we could trade, might as well trade down, bro.
Bro, we only got 1 pick in the first round. We can't. He's not making it through the first round, bro.
Yeah, I'm going to trade down in the first round. He's going to get. He's going to get the unless Pittsburgh jump 19 or 21, wherever they at. And the Saints, the only team that we have to watch out for a quarterback. But you see what Jaguars just did. I don't know. And
Yeah,
no
I'm
one
about to
seen
say,
that. And no one seen that coming. I know. I didn't hear that in the reports nowhere.
does Pittsburgh even draft quarterbacks? Well, besides Ben Roethlisberger,
They
Tommy
should know.
Maddox, Cordell Stewart was drafted, I believe. But Tommy
Okay.
Maddox, what's the other? Charlie Batch, all of those dudes were veterans that they picked up. I'm not really used to them other than Roethlisberger drafting quarterbacks that are built to go. Mike Tomczak, did they even draft him?
I don't think so.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Pittsburgh usually takes ready-made guys. Like
Pick is
they
in.
didn't draft Neil O'Donnell either, did they?
The pick is in.
The Giants, this is what we've been waiting for. Drum roll, please. Shador.
It's Carter. Carter said he was going to be drafted by the
Oh
Giants.
shit, he ain't get picked yet.
Who?
Abdul Carter.
Who's third?
Giants.
Who we picked?
You probably take Abdul Carter. Yo, that'd be crazy.
Oh, we got Carter.
You took Abdul Carter?
Yeah.
Giants
We
take
picked.
Abdul Carter with the 3rd pick, unless Doc lying.
Well, everybody's saying that Carter got picked, but it's not. Yep, we picked him up. Yep, we got him. We got him.
Wow.
Let's go, Giants. If he was the best dude inside the draft, why not draft him? I mean,
No, you are absolutely right. I'm not mad at him.
we basically got a
I'm not mad
steal,
at him.
and whatever quarterback we get under him right now is gonna be a steal too. And Monroe, I wouldn't even mind taking Monroe, bro. Like and with
No,
the
me neither.
belt, with our
Well, now that
coach.
the first pick is gone, I don't mind
Yeah,
taking Milroe or Jackson Dart. So that means no Arch Manning dreams, ladies and gentlemen. That dream is deferred.
I also heard Archie Manning's gonna stay in for an extra year.
He needs to.
I heard he's not staying. I heard he's not guaranteed to come out next year either.
He not because he didn't start the whole season. He filled in. He did good when he did good, but he doesn't have a full season under his belt yet as a starter.
Fact. I'm not even mad at that pick. Let's go Abdul Carter. I mean, I just didn't like. I've seen some flaws in his game as far as his move that he do to get around defenders. I mean, linemen. But I think,
He about to learn now.
huh?
He definitely about to learn now. Where's my
Oh
lighter?
yeah, definitely.
So that's the first 3 picks. New York, New York. Giants picked up Abdul Carter with the third pick. The standout right defensive end. Well, Kevon Thibodeau plays defensive end on the right side too. So this should be interesting.
Well, he's gonna be on the other side, left edge rusher.
Can he cover?
I mean, unless you move the Tibbs over there, and the Tibbs could cover.
Yeah, Tibbs ain't going nowhere.
I just think that our line is real sick right now, bro. Like, and with whatever rotational players that we picked up and going to pick up, I just think that the Giants line, defensive line, is just set, and it's always been our offense and what we capable of. I don't think Wilson is the answer. Is he better than last quarterbacks that we had? I don't want to say yes, but yes, he is. He's much better. He's much better name wise. He's much better in talent wise. But what do he have left in the tank? In my opinion, I mean, I'd rather Winston be our starting quarterback and we just fucking Hail Mary this shit all day long and see who fucking come
Yeah,
out.
I ain't gonna front. I was happy with Jameis Winston being the doorstop to another quarterback.
Yeah, me too.
But getting Russell Wilson, now you got to understand what the Giants' thinking is. He is a part of winning. He had some down years in Denver, but when he was the starter before he fell out with the coach, he wasn't doing bad.
Nope.
He was getting them to the brink of the playoffs. Russell
And
Wilson he's 35 years old, but he does have some shit left in the tank.
I mean, I'm just tired of these, short nick and dunks type of passes. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. You're not getting that with Wilson. Wilson's gonna throw intermediate passes. He's gonna turn someone into Tyler Lockett.
But when he was doing in Pittsburgh, they wasn't airing it out as much, or you know what I mean, they wasn't
only had
connecting.
one guy to throw to. You only had George Pitt and the tight end, and maybe Najee Harris out the backfield some. But now you still got Darius Slayton. You still got, of course, Neighbors. I don't know which tight end we gonna use, but we got two tight ends. He has people to throw to. Our running back catches out the backfield. He should make him Saquon Barkley-ish next year. Easily. Russell Wilson, as long as he doesn't slow down too much, he'll be fine. He'll be fine. But I do agree I would have rather had Jameis Winston to start our season. But I think Russell Wilson does give us a better chance to win. With Winston, it'll probably be more fun. But I think with Wilson, we'll probably win a game or two that we wouldn't have.
And also too, I mean, the money that we spent on Wilson, it wasn't a lot either. So I mean, we got him for a bargain price. So
yeah, I believe his deal is incentive laden.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that either. You know what I mean? So I'm not a Wilson fan. Never been, never was. I just think he was a system quarterback, like we discussed before. But
yeah, definitely a system quarterback.
Is he an upgrade for what we had in the quarterback room? Yeah. So I'm happy because of that, bro.
I'm just gonna put this out here. I'd be an upgrade over the quarterbacks we had in the room last year. But that's just me saying that. It was looking real bad. But for a second, real quick, I'm still gonna be football adjacent. You hear about Shannon Sharpe?
Yeah.
Yeah, what you think of that? Shay keeping himself in some ish, man.
I was about to say, like, this ain't the first time that these allegations came up, but I mean, the aspect of where it came from and who it came from, I think it was a consensual thing, and I think that he has a kink. I think he has a kink and a fetish, and I think the female that he deals with likes that as well. But again, like a lot of these females, come across this guy or they see a dollar signs, you know what I mean? And money make you do crazy things, you know what I mean? Even though you could have got money the regular way, you know what I mean? But now you want a big fat paycheck, I think, and that's what it comes down to. So when you get to a certain level, and plus he had Cat Williams come on the show and tell him, you know what I mean? You get to a certain wave, you get to a certain level, people start reaching for shit, you know what I mean? Especially if you're not going according to how people want you to go. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I just think that sometimes you have to watch your moves, watch your steps, and dot your I's and cross your T's with dealing with certain people, and you don't think that as you know come across them, you know what I mean, but you just have to, you know what I mean, just have to, bro,
Yeah,
because
yeah, it's crazy what happened to this man. That
everybody don't have the same intentions as you, you know what I mean, everybody don't have the same
right.
concept
He
or
just
thought
wanna,
process, you
freak
know what
off.
I mean.
He trying to get his. He trying to freak off. They trying to, get off a different kind of way.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like he should know better at his age, mid 50s. Oh, he's had money since he was 22, 23 years old, getting drafted. He should know these things. He avoided marriage and all these things all these years so that he wouldn't have to lose half. And now look what happened. Look what's happened. Like how you do that, Shay? How you do that? Like, come on, brother. Like you basically telling brothers like, nah, I ain't with all that marriage. He got kids, but no marriage. So he got all his money,
So
all of it.
what it is too, and I mean, I don't have money, like I don't have no money, so you know what I mean. But I think that when you get to a certain plateau, in life, and you don't no longer meet genuine people no more. You know what I mean? Or it's hard to distinguish genuine people. So now you set up a block and a defense system among for yourself to where you're not allowing certain people to get personal with you or get inside your inner circles. And if they do, that inner circle has another inner circle that you can't, they're not in. You know what I mean? So there's different rings and levels to the shit. And I just think when you come, you get money, that you have to think in that aspect, and you don't see genuine people no more.
Yeah, you see what happened to my guy. What's his name? Baseball player.
Ruler.
Trevor Bauer. Trevor Bauer. CeeLo, what's good, bro? What's good? What it do?
What up, C? How you doing, champ?
So, you know, Shay, I mean, whether you guilty or not, which most men know you're not guilty, you still put yourself like you stepped aside from ESPN, bro. Like you wasn't you did that in lieu of being terminated. Let's be for real. It looks bad if you get terminated. It looks better if you step aside, quote unquote. Like it's of your own volition on your own terms. But these women, man, these hoes ain't loyal. They ain't make up that term for a reason, bro. And then you dealing with a snow bunny. You in your mid 50s. This snow bunny. Then you was just talking to what's my boy's name? Ashley Larry. I forgot his real name, but you was just talking about Ashley Larry and him and his baby mother got a 23-year age difference.
Darnell.
And then like you really went at damn,
Darnell.
yeah, Darnell Rollins. Like he really went at Darnell Rollins. Like, but look what you out here doing. How old was Shorty? 23, 19, something like that, between 19 and 25. Like you older than Darnell Rollins, bro. You doing shit that you told him not to. So it's like, yo, come on, B. You wildin'. You wildin'. Like I said, we don't think you did that shit, but you wildin', bro. You know you wildin'. Leave that young flesh alone, man. Patriots draft.
And you know what, you 100%. I was you 75% correct with leaving that young shit alone. You know what I mean? Experience, maturity, communication, all these things play as a part into a relationship. But if we just fucking, you know what I mean, if we just meeting up every Thursday and doing our thing, and and no one's labeling nothing, then that's what we do. That's our thing. You know what I mean? That's our time. You know what I mean? And I just think that you know, some people see opportunities to grab, something that don't belong to them, bro. And I think this was going on with this lady, and we see it all the time, every couple of years with these sports these athletes, I should say, coming across these gold diggers, because that's the title for them, a lot of them. Um, some record themselves, some get recorded telling lies, as we did a show on Bible, you know what I mean? Um, some
And these women, they
people,
get in trouble.
some of these dudes are simps and accept apologies and accept um solutions from this, you know what I mean? But who are we to say that is wrong or right? It just say that it couldn't happen in our lives, you know what I mean? And it couldn't happen to one of us, you know what I mean? Because we don't allow certain things to come across. And sometimes you try to, adjust to certain new things, you know what I mean? And I say, such as Caucasian ladies that you never dealt with or you have no limited experience with. They're all shapes and forms that they come in and all types of mindset that these people were raised and built upon, you know what I mean? So we just have to watch our movements, and sometimes we try to adjust and get to know these new things, you know what I mean? And sometimes it just like it goes back to square one. Like, nah, I'm going against everything that I built up or my beliefs because I'm trying to understand you. That can happen because now you question yourself as an individual. You know what I mean?
Yo, just an update on the draft. Cam Ward, #1 to the Titans. Travis Hunter,
Oh,
#2 to the Jaguars. Abdul Carter, #3 to the Giants. And offensive tackle, Will Campbell, #4 out of LSU to the Patriots.
I could tell you, I could see the Browns picking up they can even go
They said
quarterback
their
right
pick
now.
is in. I don't know why it's not displayed yet.
They pick right
But it
now.
says they need a quarterback, an offensive lineman, a running back, and a wide receiver.
Yeah, they right now.
Yeah, I know. Their pick should be in already, honestly. It said
Yeah,
their
right
pick
now.
was in and that the Raiders were on the clock. Oh, Kenny Pickett. Man, they really did
What?
need they really did need Travis Hunter. They really did. They would have took care of
But Jacksonville
cornerback. I
needed,
mean, they don't really
but
have no
Jacksonville
issues
needed a
there.
lot of people. Jacksonville, my opinion, needed a lot of people. I mean, their running back was pretty good, but they all took a step back last year. Like, I don't know what happened over there, but they all took a step back last year.
Because that chemistry messed up after what's the name? Deshaun Watson. Like, it wasn't the same. It's
No,
crazy. They was going Jameis Winston.
I'm talking about Jacksonville.
Oh, yeah, they took a step back. You're right. And it all starts with the quarterback. It all starts with the quarterback. Mason Graham. They picked up a defensive tackle. The
Oh,
Browns
defensive
picked up
tackle.
Mason Graham out of
Wow.
Michigan.
Wow.
#4. Yeah, I want to
They
move
said
on real quick. We're
they
still
said
gonna
with
be
it.
going back and forth, folks. As long as we talking, we're gonna be updating y'all on the draft. On the clock is the Raiders. I want to talk about how do you feel about
Shador
what's his name?
Sanders is
Is it
going right
Robert
here.
Kennedy?
Pardon me, bro. Can we just watch this? Let's see what's going on with the Raiders because the Raiders, I think, gonna pick Sanders.
You want to watch nothing?
Yeah, but go ahead,
So you
finish your
want
show.
to just want to
I
leave
don't
dead air?
go ahead. When the pick comes in, I'm going to announce it. That's what I'm about. That's what I meant to say. Go ahead.
The pick is in. They
Yo,
just didn't announce the pick.
Jack, fuck you, bro. I'm gonna watch
The
it.
pick
That's
is
me.
in.
Who they pick?
It's not announced yet though, but the pick is in. The Jets are on the clock
Okay.
officially. See, I ain't say nothing. See, you messing up my show, giving it a rated NC-17. But
Freedom of speech. This is a fair use channel. This teaching educational purpose only. If y'all didn't know and recognize YouTube, Trump is in
I
office. You know what I
want
mean?
to chime in on a decent Democrat, man. Very decent Democrat. Robert Kennedy and his Make America
He's
Healthy Again.
he's an independent, bro.
Whatever. Decent guy. Oh, they hate us on they hate Republicans. But regardless, I like that idea. Make America healthy again. Because we're obese as a people, as a nation, we are obese. And I mean, I wanted to know, you being 300 pounds, how do you feel about this new
I know.
thing he's trying to?
I'm all for the healthy America and stuff like that. But again, like my man runs on off immunization is not good. They call it autism, this, that, and the third. He gets picked for the health Caesar, you know what I mean? And then now he goes in there changing his tune, you know what I mean? He's not going in there with the same gun ho that he was going against Trump and going against everybody else on that matter, you know what I mean? And again, I guess you got to fight them within and with by the means that you could have, the powers that you could have, you know what I mean, and not, you know, not be able to do nothing in a sense. So I respect what he's doing, and also with taking out the food coloring that we don't need inside our food. You know what I mean? This all
Shout
poison
out to
into
the
America. You know what I mean? And
shout out
to
to the
go
God
back
bodies, Shout out
and
to
to
the
go
God bodies.
shout out to the guards. You know what I mean? And to go back to the history or go back to the past or where we grew up. You know what I mean? Republicans and Democrats been pushing this issue, you know what I mean, as far as giving us this poison in the food and knowing that different countries and different places don't serve the same,
At
um,
all, bro.
you know what I mean? So um, we got to question the higher beings that's in power and not just who who's in position of power, you know what I mean? Yes, we getting healthy in that aspect, and I'm all for it. You know what I mean? And I think RFK inside that position will try to do a better job or do a good job as best as he can.
Now that you're saying he's independent, I don't think he's gonna win the presidency in the next 3 years and change. But I do like that make America healthy again. I do like that he's trying to get rid of the things that cause potential autism in children and these other disabilities in people, children specifically. Um, yeah, that's definitely we owe the that's definitely dope. Let me finish that sentence. That's definitely an awesome thing. We owe the God bodies a great deal of apologies, man. If you ask me, because who was telling me about Yellow 5, Yellow 6, Red 40, Sean
And,
Black?
and not just guard body, you know. Sorry for interruption. But the Nation of Islam, you know what I mean. Farrakhan was speaking
Yeah,
this
yeah,
too, you know what I mean.
yeah.
And a lot of things that these guys been teaching and preaching, it's coming into fruition now because a lot of
Fruition.
people, yeah, and, aka being awake, you know what I mean, people being awoke. So but it's just more knowledge being in front of you right now, you know what I mean. We have more people doing more research on their own. People have more access to different means, you know what I mean. So yeah.
Yeah, most def. Yeah, I agree with that.
But shout out to the
Oh, you don't
gods.
have no update on the next pick? You wanted to do the pick?
Oh, they went somewhere else. They didn't go Sanders.
Why?
Vegas went Genty. They picked the running back.
Ashton Genty?
Yep. And again, I think
Wow,
that's
the
a
Raiders went Ashton Genty in the for the sixth pick.
yeah. Again, I think that's a reach, a high reach for a running back. But
Saquon
especially
Barkley. They're picking
well,
Saquon Barkley.
Raiders line is not bad. The Raiders offensive line ain't bad because we just took their offensive lineman coach, and they wasn't that bad, and they missed Jacobs. Jacobs going free agent a couple of years ago last year, so they needed
Yeah,
a running back. But I
Ashton
just think
Genty from Boise State. I mean, he had an awesome year last year, like video game wise. Like he had a video game type year. And he's what, 5'8", 211 pounds. Barry Sanders.
he didn't have a Penn State schedule. You know what I mean? He didn't. His conference is not a Big Ten. You know what I mean? It's not one of
I
those.
mean, it's Boise State, but I mean, you got to look up the numbers he did put up though. When
No,
he
no,
them
no, no.
numbers like
I'm not knocking numbers, but if you did it against sucky teams, you know what I mean, then you know you got to question how tough you're going to be against these 300 pounders, 360 pounder dudes that are in the Big Ten. You know what I mean? That coming from, you know what I mean? We got to see what your stats was against those teams. I think, you know what I mean?
I
I mean,
say 2,600 yards in a crappy conference. Well, he's short.
well,
He's short, but he's
I'm not,
211 pounds.
I sound like I'm
I
hating on him,
mean,
bro. I'm not hating on the dude because I definitely like him. He was one.
no, no, I'm
He's
not
one.
saying you hating on him. I'm just giving
No,
what
no,
I
I
think.
know. It sounded like I was. I just wanted to clear it up. That I'm not hating on him. I think he's a terrific I'm running back. You know what I mean? Just definitely do. But I just didn't think that high of a pick is.
Well,
I
I
don't
mean,
think
yeah,
it's.
you could be right. Excuse me. You could be right, but him getting 2,600 yards, I could see him at least getting 1,000. 2,600 in a crappy conference. 2,600 is still a lot of yards rushing.
Yo, we are so biased.
Why? What do you mean?
Cause why ain't no New York got two teams?
I mean, that's your squad. That ain't my
That ain't
squad.
my squad, yo, bro. You're not a Giants fan, bro. You're a Giants fan every once in a while when we doing good, bro. Nah, bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I did. Man, I got to treat the Giants how I
And
treat
look,
the
man,
Ravens. You do
and you not even you so much not a Giants fan. You ain't got a Giants hat on to come on the
yeah,
NFL. You got
right
LA
there.
Chargers. Oh no, we see where that is being blocked by your head. Pause. You know what I mean? So first and foremost, we don't see it. You know what I mean? Just in case y'all want to know, here we go right here. I'm wearing a black one, as I said from last year. We was in mourning last year, so believe me or not, I'm gonna get me a blue and a red one. If you want me to go pop my red one on, I go pop the red one on. Pause. You know what I mean? We ain't
Yeah,
dressing up,
back-to-back World Series champions about to be.
and we ain't talking about that right now. We in football season right now.
I'm gonna pick this garbage up off the floor for now because I paid for
Yeah,
it. See, I don't even want to stay on the wall.
yo, Eli, I think he is shifty, you know what I mean? But again, like I said, and you don't, I just love your content, and your take on your football analogy that you be throwing out there about these college football teams. Um, I just think that he's Boise State. His schedule wasn't full as beefy enough, defenders that he was facing. But I'm not taking that from because I think he's going to translate good in NFL. He's going to get 1,000 yards this year. I think that, or at least
Ashton
100
Genty?
yards. Yeah, or at least 100 yards short
Yeah.
of. You know.
He needs to
Yeah,
hit 1,100.
yeah.
And total, for it to be worth it, he need 1,500 total yards. 11-4. And
Yeah.
at least 8 touchdowns, rushing, 2 receiving. At least to make it worth the number 6 pick. But I mean, it ain't too many running backs out there. You got him and you got the big white guy, strong, fast, and I forgot what school he played. He thought he was the best running back out there. Where did he go? Was that Minnesota? I forgot. The Jets. Who you think your team picking?
I think they going. They may gonna pick the tight end. I think they're gonna go tight end, unless a
At number
quarterback.
7? At
Yeah,
7?
they're gonna pick the tight end. I think.
At 7?
Yeah,
Who the hell? What tight end is at what?
they're gonna pick up that. I think his name is. I can't remember his name right now, but it starts with a W. And they picked up an offensive tackle. Man, Mambu.
All right, so they got somebody to protect
Justin.
Justin Fields. I hope Justin Fields has a career year. It's hard not to root for Justin Fields, Ohio State alumni. But what's the next topic, man? I was supposed to talk about Donald Trump, but that was a mistake. But we can.
What's your
I,
what's your take on the Shannon Sharpe thing? Like what's your opinion on it?
Shannon Sharpe, I said that he
Yeah,
was bugging out, especially when he went at Darnell Rollins for having a baby with a woman 23 years his senior, and he's sitting there with a woman that's even younger than that.
I mean, do you think he's guilty? Do you think
I don't think he did it. I just think he's Trevor Bauer and black and older.
consensual?
It was consensual. The Jets. Oh, I'm sorry. The Panthers are on the clock now. Well, the Saints are on the clock. The Panthers pick is in. It appears some of these teams know who the hell they want off top. Well, hold up. What's my next topic? Oh, say it up here. Oh, I'm supposed to go over liberals being liberals. Don't be a liberal. Yo, these folks, every day I sit here and listen, bro. Every day. Oh, Lil Wayne was with Travis Hunter when he got drafted.
Said Lil Wayne what?
Lil Wayne was with Travis Hunter.
Okay.
Oh, I don't. You know who I don't see? Oh, yes, I do. I see her. There she goes. His wife. That's the woman that's going to divorce him in about after his rookie contract or after he signs his second one.
He go to jail now.
This he going. Yo, this dude. Yo, Eli, you a fool. Going to jail now. Damn.
Well, these guys can't come to New York and handle New York nightclubs, can't handle New York nothing, bro.
Nah, you're right. I ain't think about Travis Hunter being able to handle the New York media and the pressures of us, the fans, because we're going to destroy him. Especially if he turned off his Twitter and Instagram because of his woman. But speaking on Shannon, your man, attention grabbing wife, Darnell Rollins, she went on to say some shit like,
address something that has really been bothering me for the past couple of months. My son's dad is a comedian and an actor, and he did an interview with a man by the name of Shannon Sharpe on his podcast. Now, on that podcast, Shannon Sharpe did a lot of digging. My son is almost 10 years old, and my Sad Girls Club, 23 years younger. So crazy. Insane. As you guys know, we co-parent, so know that my son is getting older, I always think like, oh my God, one day my son is going to see this. And I just did not like, it felt very, very icky how it was put up. That will, you know, they're like, let's do this for shock value so we can get a lot of views. It just turned me all the way off. Now, last night I was on Threads and I saw his name trending. I thought, wow, that's so weird. And then I clicked on it and I saw accuser. And, you know, he's being accused of like really horrific things. Her mom, why didn't you date her mom? Oh, did you guys meet at Forever 21? At least I was 21. You know what I'm saying? Like 19 is too young. You at your big age, you know that. You have kids that are probably older than that. It really hurt my feelings with that headline. And now look at all the headlines that you have. You know, being accused by a 19-year-old.
20. Darnell. 20. Well, why you didn't date her mom? Why you go for the Darnell? Didn't date her mom because
they wanted to address something that has really been bothering me for the past couple of months.
Yeah. Shay was going in on that one. And it's like, come on, bro. What are you doing? What are you doing? You just destroying yourself.
What are you doing?
What are you doing? Oh, now we're gonna go on to liberals being liberal. I want my people to know.
We may be losing a name on a center, but we have not lost our community. Our community comes off away from this stronger than ever before. The fight is not over, and in the end, we will win.
Now, that was supposed to be a mock casket of the, you know, the funds got shut down for the LGBTQ plus. So they hosted a funeral for it. And I'm just sitting here like, wow. So that dudes can beat up on chicks in sports, go to the bathroom and stand up and pee. Like, it's just, yo, it's, and then I'm just so it's just so crazy that how many people they're down and accepting of this. It's like, yo, you are horrible. Hold on. Okay, that's the confrontation I wanted. Hold on.
Yeah, I pay a lot of money to be safe in the bathroom. You think that's okay?
No, it's not. It's not okay. That's not okay to me. It's not okay to millions of people. That's delusion right there. That's sickness. And it's crazy that that's accepted by so many people. Until you get one of them psychos who gonna do that and something happened in the bathroom and it becomes a serial kind of thing. Then it depends on, you know, the ethnicity of the person too that's happening to and doing it. Because that's what it's gonna take for things to change sometimes. That's the crazy part.
So like
Yo. Yeah, liberals being liberal. And if this was a dude, it'd be crazy.
I wasn't the girl that ever went to prom. Like my boyfriend was 30 when I was in high school. I know my mother was crazy, but you know what? He was. I would never ever let I mean, not in a good way. Like she was an artist. She was like, well, if that's what you love, baby. And he was so good to me and kind and like. Right? And he did it the right way. He went to her. He was from Oman. He went to her and he said, I love your daughter and I want to date your daughter, and he asked permission. Look at your face. You're like, that ain't happening with my baby.
Somebody got to be rational, bro. Somebody got to be rational. And that, you kidding me? Your boyfriend is 30. He came to ask permission. I would have loved to be that missing daddy. You could tell he was missing. You could tell he was missing by that whole story, bro. Let's be for real now. Yeah, man, 30 years old. Yeah, shit. Let's go. What's wrong with 30? You know, I don't be a 30 dating my teenage daughter. That's cool. My wife's an artist. Whatever the fuck, whatever that means. If that's who you're in love with, you should have had your kids taken. You must be out your cotton picking. And shit, we've probably seen it, bro. Girls getting in cars with dudes.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just, it's just crazy out here, man. You got any updates on the draft?
Nah. No, I stopped following it after the Jets.
Hold on, I'll get the updates for y'all. And with the 65th pick. All right, we give y'all an overall view for those just tuning in. Those gone. Cam Ward went number 1 to the out of Miami to the Tennessee Titans. Travis Hunter out of Colorado went to the Jacksonville Jaguars. Abdul Carter out of Penn State went to the Giants. Will Campbell out of LSU, offensive tackle, went to the Patriots. Defensive tackle out of Michigan, Mason Graham, went to the Browns. Running back, Ashton Genty out of Boise State, went to the Raiders at number 6. Offensive tackle out of Missouri, Armand Membo, went to the Jets at number 7. And Tetairoa McMillan out of Arizona, wide receiver, went to the Panthers. There you have it, folks. The draft is like 4-5 hours. I will not be covering all of that. You'll be lucky if I get to pick 10. But always like, sub, and share. I appreciate everybody who came through. But I'm going back, and we're gonna just show more vids of show more vids of liberals being, liberal. They don't know how to be anything else. And it's like, liberals will be the death of this nation. Right now, as far as I see it, there's nothing worse than a liberal. And that's supposed to be a bad thing, but I'm telling the truth. There's nothing worse than a liberal. That is horrible to sit there and just think everything is okay. Well, I got a message from Mr. Rogers.
Boys are boys from the beginning. If you were born a boy, you stay a boy. Girls are girls right from the start. If you were born a girl, you stay a girl and grow up to be a lady.
Hopefully.
Only girls can be the mommies. Only boys can be the daddies. Yes, sir.
Brittany Griner. Mr. Rogers would have been canceled for that song today. We would have lost Mr. Rogers, bro.
We would have, bro.
We would have lost Mr. Rogers if he would have been out today and we were children. We'd be all effed up in the game, bro. As long as we caught them first lessons, though, especially that show right there. We caught that episode. Right. You are a boy. Mr. Rogers said boys were born boys and they're going to always be boys. So they turn to men. And you got a dinghy. You got a dinghy. Yo, I want to do lip. Oh, here's another. All right, I'm cool. As long as people are sounding stupid, I'm cool with it.
In this country still makes 77 cents on the dollar for what men make. So if women don't make less than men?
No.
Actually, if you start looking at the numbers, Rachel, there are lots of reasons for that.
Wait, no. Don't tell me the reasons are. Do women make less than men for the doing the same work?
No, because
Wow. Okay.
well, for example, men work never 44 hours a week. Women work 41 hours a week. Men go into professions like engineering, science, and math that earn more. Women want more.
Listen, this is not a math is hard.
No, yes, it is.
No, it isn't. No, listen.
So but Rachel Baker, every reading businessman in America would hire only women, save 25%.
This isn't. In this country still makes 77 cents on the.
It's like she was just being such a liberal woman with her short, manly haircut. And it's like, he's trying to explain to you why it's the truth. It's the same thing I've said before. If you sat there and you take your ass home after 40 hours, and I sit there and stay and do 45, and we make the same pay, who's going to have more money at the end of the year? It's not you. You went home. You called it in. You called it in. I got to pick my son or my child up from school. Not a bad reason. You still had to call it in. You had to call it in. That's why you up here to make less. I don't see none of y'all on Deadliest Catch. I don't see none of y'all on what the Ice Road Truckers. I don't see none of the on Deadliest Jobs unless it's inside taking calls. And if you do see, you see one. Just one. Then you got I want to be a man over here talking about, don't talk to me about math. Well, how are you going to talk about money if we don't talk about math, stupid? And that's my exact point of liberals being liberal. How can we talk about money if we're not talking about math? I mean, let's be for real. Then she didn't want to let him talk. Let the man talk. Let the man talk. What we got here? Oh, another one with the gender wage gap.
Do you take into account the fact that on average a male full-time employee works longer hours than a female full-time employee?
Not directly, no. We annualise the part-time hours and those that have worked full-time but for part of the year. What I can tell you is women work part-time at 3 times the rate of men. So by annualising it, we are looking at a more realistic.
So you base it on annual salary.
Yeah.
What about if you did on an hourly rate? What would be the gender hourly pay gap?
We don't have that data.
You don't have that data?
No, because we ask for annualised salaries from our employers when they report their data in.
Okay, so if a woman was working fewer hours but earning the same rate per hour as a man doing the same job, would that show up as a gender pay gap?
Yes.
Right.
So in other words, they aren't actually looking at how much these people are making an hour, and they're not really including the fact that more women work part-time than men work part-time. So they're annualizing it and looking at, on average.
Do you take
So you just, and then these women go up there with and they go hard. You see how Baldy Locks was trying to go ham, and you sound stupid. You sound dumb. Because how is it possible if I have a female coworker and we make the same money, but I make more at the end of the year because I don't have to pick nobody up from school? Why would I not have more money than her?
Supposed to, if you clock in more hours, huh?
And that's what they're trying to tell these people. Men average 44 hours, women average 41.
But
so of course,
I just think that when it comes down to them speaking about, I mean, and it ain't even about them speaking, because I just think that when it comes down to job and job performance, you should be rated, or if you want to hire a lady at the same position as you want to hire a man, and you know a female may have difficulty doing the same job, I think the pay should be different in that aspect, and on that wave. You know what I mean? But when it comes down to you going in there with equal, pay for everybody, then everybody that you hire should be able to perform at the rate or the quality that you say that it should be performed, whether male
Exactly.
or female. You know what I mean? And again, because at my job, I hate this. You know what I mean? Because a lot of females can't do what I do. You know what I mean? And they don't rotate these people into my position because they are females. You understand? Now, if you do that, yeah. But then now you asking me to do the same thing, the same quality of work, but the people that getting paid the same as me is not doing the same work that I do. So at the end of the day, if I want to slow down, or one of my rates is not up to par, it's because I just did twice the work that the person that rated that high, at this position, it was doing, because they didn't do the heavy lifting for the day. You know what I mean? I did all the heavy lifting, and I got to do the heavy pulling, where you did pushing or you did some others. You know what I mean? Like, it's just weird, bro. And again, I don't know, bro. It just bothers
You
me in
know, you
that.
just can't say it. And just because we can't say it, we're not even gonna worry about it. But they know what you mean. And it's true though. But speaking on women, this bugs me out, bro. I don't understand it. Why did I do that? My fault, y'all. Stupidity, not even technical difficulty, just stupidity.
Well, what is a woman?
A woman is whoever believes that they are a woman on the inside.
So if I believe I'm a woman, does that mean I'm a woman?
Yes, it does.
Even though I have a...
No, women have uterus.
Yo, she walked away, bro. She walked away when he's like, even though I have a goodbye, yeah, you mad because you stupid. You can't even defend yourself, because she was being sassy with her remark.
Right, but that comes down to like again, like, if you want to be one way, you can't have your cake and eat it too. You know what I mean? And then it comes down to the mental thing. It ain't nothing else to say from it. You know what I mean? Like, you have an issue, and the issue is identity crisis. However, who you was mistreated as you was young, or abused as you was young, and you need to get help for it. I'm
Yo,
just so
I'm
tired of
still not.
people using their past, and not communicating. Some people don't communicate their past, you know what I mean? So you just don't know what a fucking person went through. But you can't put me in a position and then want me to react off a person I met, and then you reacting off something that you're not. Like, I don't know, bro. I don't know. Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. I ain't with it.
Yo, and it's funny because our stuff set in place, our government and stuff. That's why you see me do a lot of Piers Morgan, a lot of the British stuff, whatever, because they have the same kind of same government that we do. They do things the same way with the transgender. They're going through the same things. Let me say that. Let me not say they do things the same way. They're going through the same things. And the delusion everywhere is just crazy. Now I'm a feminist. It's probably been seen before, but I just like his face. Like, he just knows he won.
You have a right to be treated respectfully. We are unfortunately running out of time, but Peter, I just want to get one final thought from you. Are there words that are used to describe men that offend you?
Not particularly, and if there was some I don't like, I certainly wouldn't want them banned. But it always goes back to that old adage: sticks and stones may break my bones, but there will always be something to offend a feminist.
Peter,
no, that's just enough.
She was tight. Tight, bro. Tight. And like, you want me to go against? She's like, I won't do your show again. So? So who are you? There'll always be something to offend the feminine. And he knew he won. That smile, his face. Yeah, he just knew, like, here's my boy Charlie Kirk in action.
Can I be a bobcat? If you want to identify as a bobcat, then I will support you. Can I be a black person? I don't know about that. That's not really.
Don't talk about no shit like that.
Why? I don't believe people should talk about being something that they're not.
I'm going to the president because it made me feel some kind of way. How about that?
Wait, you need to say things?
Now it's going to be a secret of mother complaints when I go to the president.
Oh, yeah. Go. Be my guest.
Let's go.
No, I said, be my bobcat. Maybe now I'm a fox. Nah, you're not foxy. Okay, how many genders are there? How many society wants to do? So unlimited. Do you understand how things are quickly drift into societal chaos? You're just when you ignore chromosomal structure. Yeah, but that didn't confuse sex and gender. I think you know gender and sex are directly related. I just think you don't understand. Can I be a bobcat?
Yo, I love how he triggers people. That's what made me a fan of him. Miss Brenton. That's what made me a fan of him, though. He gets people so angry. And they're being angry at the truth. The only thing I don't like, he's like the ultimate conservative. The only, like, one of the few things I probably don't have in common with him is, religious belief. But this dude pisses people off. And the bad part is he do these things that, you see, she said she's going to go cry to the president or whoever she was going to go cry a river to. And he makes these people that are in college paying all this money sit there and say, he asks them, what is a woman? A woman. A person that identifies as a woman. But I asked for the definition of woman. You can't give me the word woman in the definition. It's like, how much are you paying for this school? That's not him saying that. I'm asking, like, how much are y'all paying to go to these schools? Like, he's been to Ohio State, of course. It's just, and he mostly stays up north, bro, to be for real. He comes down south, but he mostly, when you get the stupid people, he be up top. But a lot of those people in the crowd are his supporters, and they really laugh at the people who sit there like, a woman is a person that identifies as a woman. Like, pure idiot, man. Pure idiot. It's wild, bro. This world we live in is wild. Here's some more wild.
Absurd from top to bottom, saying there should be a gender-neutral Olympics? Are you serious? Do you also believe, Blossom, that we should combine the Paralympics and the Olympics? I would love to hear an answer to that.
Okay, I'll ask you. Blossom, should we combine the Paralympics with the regular Olympics? Have them all compete with each other?
I mean, why not? And to go back to Riley's point to that last one.
Absurd from top to bottom.
Bro, you heard that? Tell me you heard that.
I heard it.
It's coming from a gentleman in disguise. I'm gonna say that. Huh? For censorship, came from a gentleman in disguise. So, I mean, you didn't catch me. And here's more peers. That's my guy, man. And this is before I became a Republican.
Allow somebody like Anthony Joshua to box in women's boxing in a year's time if he had the treatment.
If he was in a woman's size weight category, yes, I would.
You would let Floyd Mayweather, who is pound for pound the most successful boxer in male history, in a year's time compete at the same weight against women?
Yeah, if there's a weight category.
It's nonsense. I'm sorry. How could you possibly countenance putting Floyd Mayweather, the most dangerous boxer pound for pound, arguably in the history of boxing, into a ring with women born to female body? This is where the argument becomes utterly ridiculous. It's not transphobic to say so. It's common sense. Would you allow?
I mean, come on, bro. Like, bro. As men, we don't want to fight the people he just said, bro.
It's crazy because I just seen a video on Instagram of that Jinsu. and she's a very pretty young lady, but she do jinsu. And she was doing her thing, and she won different championships. So, and I've seen her page and
She
didn't
quit one.
realize same female that fought a transgender and beat the transgender. And transgender was like a size and a half bigger than her. You know what I mean?
Ooh, that means she was just really good at her craft.
Yo, she
Like
was.
excellent.
Yo, she was, bro. She's a purple belt. So I don't know what that standard is.
Nah, but jujitsu, I don't care. Whatever the beginning is, if you get past that, man, you're way better than a street fighter already.
Right, but I was watching her and the techniques of what she was doing, awesome, man. You know, and she really beat the transgender man, beat the dude. You know what I mean? And it was just
Yeah,
crazy.
thank you. You was getting me sick.
You're stupid.
That's good. Shout out to her though. I think I may have heard about that. I may
You
have
seen the
heard about
video?
it.
You seen the video? Because I seen the video before I knew who this female was. You know what I mean? And just for some strange reason, she popped on my timeline on Instagram, and I went into her page, and I was like watching her techniques, and then one of the videos was the video that I was like, because it was a big popular thing that a transgender was allowed to a man was allowed to fight against a woman.
Yeah. So it's crazy, yo.
I just think that's wrong. You know what I mean? If you're a dude, and even like if you identify as a female, like come on now, you know that you're not. You know what I mean? How you gonna go against and play sports against someone that's not as powerful as you? You know what I mean?
Nah, but he said specifically, bro, and it's not like he's British based. You hear the accent, you hear them speaking. You know they know who Anthony Joshua is. He's the champion of Britain. He's their number one boxer. That's basically, just think about our Tyson back in the 90s or 80s, 90s. That's their Tyson. And he said if he sat there and identified as a woman, and that woman sat there and said, yeah, if we could find a weight class for Anthony, you know who Anthony Joshua is, Doc?
Nah. The name sound familiar, but
it sounds familiar because he's damn former heavyweight champion of the world.
Yeah,
that's why it sounds familiar, bro. You heard it before. I've done shows about Anthony Joshua, bro. To make that man, I don't know if you watch South Park, bro. If you watch South Park, when this shit first broke out, before it got real heavy and crazy like now, they had Macho Man Randy Savage, bro, competing in the female Olympics as he identified as female. Bro, you gotta, matter of fact, whoever's watching, watch that episode. Watch that episode. The liberal agenda is going to be the death of this nation. I don't know what this video is, but at this point, this is about the last one.
So do you think it's okay to transition children to Christianity?
A 12-year-old should be able to get a tattoo.
I'm gonna say no. Probably not. No. Probably too young to make decisions. It's a pretty permanent decision. They can't make the decision for themselves. They have to be permanent on their body.
Do you think a 12-year-old should be able to consent to puberty blockers?
Yes. And I understand how that sounds really hypocritical. Yes, permanent change on their body, but I think that at that point in their life, they probably know who they are, who they want to be.
And you think so at 12 years old?
Yes.
So do you think it's...
Bro. But I be called these names, bro. Am I bugging, bro? Did you hear what just going on?
Yeah, it's just crazy.
Should a child be able to transition? Yes, to Christianity. No. So what should they be able to transition to? What's wrong with you? I'm not even a religious guy, but what's wrong with you?
They should make life alternative decisions.
Right, life altering decisions at 12, but not get a tattoo.
It's just slow, bro. People just
stupid, slow. Man. The liberal mind is a dumb one, bro. It hurts. I mean, I'm glad I'm not a damn liberal, but sheesh, bro. Like, come on, man. You gotta be kidding me, bro. But yeah, that's all the time I have. We have. We about to get up out of here. I appreciate everybody who came through. CeeLo, Miss Brinson, Eli, Jewy. I appreciate y'all, my man. HW, Benny. I ain't even see Benny came through. Hef, appreciate you, bro.
Peace, everybody.
Yo, appreciate you for coming out, hanging out for a little while.
You were ready. Appreciate you.
We'll be back soon. Second.
I appreciate you for having the show.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. No doubt. But good night, y'all. We getting the hell out of here.
Middle of the game, I'm standing out in the crowd. Also hard, gotta stack that case out my belt. Got the beats banging, speakers bumping loud. I'm the king of the game, I'm standing out in the crowd. I'm so hard.
Appreciate you, Eli.
Yellow tape wrapped around, I'm making a splash. My flow so hot, it's burning up the scene. When I step into the room, you know what I mean. Yellow tape, yellow tape, yellow tape. We on fire, we the ones in charge. Ain't none time. Turn it up, let the beat drop low. Yellow tape everywhere, it's our time to show.
Practice. I can show you practice. I can show you how to put $1 million in a mattress. I can show the difference between an icon and a classic. Baby in the major should be rolling in a basket. I'm advanced, and it's a lot of dance. From anywhere, my jury jump like John Morant. And Kif Tower short scummy tanning with the babes. You would be a surfer if you ever had this wave. I just switch up my cabana, they throw shade. Matter top 5, the top wives know I'm the fade. And though I'm out the loop, I be mute, playing cute, nothing to say to you. Cause when I'm back home, I'm like Kyrie, I won't play with you. This is magic with the fur. Tim Duncan on the spur. Tanya Harton on the skate. This that Kobe number 8. This the kick over the head in the hand of Sue Bird. This boy's superb. All I got is 2 words.
Uncle Jackie. Yo, peace, y'all. Thanks for joining in, man. I appreciate you guys for liking and subscribing. Peace out.
My bad, y'all. Number 9 pick was Kelvin Banks Jr., offensive tackle out of Texas. Colston Loveland, tight end out of Michigan, went to the Bears. Kelvin Banks went to the Saints at number 9. Colston Loveland, number 10, to the Bears.
Wow.
Edge rusher out of Georgia, Michael Williams, to the San Francisco 49ers. And Tyler Booker out of Alabama to the Dallas Cowboys, guard.
Wow.
Your tight end at 10.
Wow.
10 to the Bears. So they got another tight end for that. Didn't make any sense, but what are they doing with the one they got now? But we out.
Who the Bears got over the tight end?
They had their rook. They like second year pro. If I'm not bugging.
Yeah, the Bears. Yeah,
The Bears got a tight end, bro. Pause. Who's the Bears starting tight end?
I'm about to look right now. There's
Cole Kmet. Cole Kmet is already their starting tight end. They already got one.
Oh yeah, you're right. But I don't think what's the name like him. I don't think the whole GM and people don't like him because what's the name was liking him. Justin Wilson that was Justin Wilson, man.
Justin Fields.
Justin Fields, yeah. Sorry, I said Justin Wilson. Wow.
Fields.
I said Justin Fields by mistake. No, I was like, wow.
You were supposed to say Justin Fields on purpose. because that's what his name is.
That's what I meant to say, Justin Fields, but I said Justin Wilson like an asshole.
Yeah, yo, you could see the drop off. 47 catches, only 55 targets, 474 yards, which isn't bad for 10 yards a catch and 4 touchdowns.
Yeah,
But wow, was he injured or something? Because his first couple years, it wasn't like that.
Nah, with Fields, he was a target. You know what I mean? Dump off slash. You know what I mean? Target. But then they had remember Bears picked up DJ Moore and they were throwing it with him. Not DJ Moore. Who they picked up over? They picked up somebody over there, wide receiver.
He regressed. Yeah, it's cool. They got Azunde, the rookies.
Yeah.
It's all good. Oh, let me end this show.
Word.